What is good, family? What is good? It's your boy Urban Sports Guru. I want to holler at y'all about my Week 8 picks. I did not forget about y'all. We're going to get right into it. My Week 8 picks. Patriots at Buffalo. Now, I'm going with the Patriots, and here's why I'm going with the Patriots. At the beginning of the season, I had two concerns about Cam Newton. First concern was how would he be able to handle, the strain of playing under Bill Belichick. 'Cause I think he's been really coddled his whole career. I don't think he's dealt with the scrutiny that Bill Belichick's going to give you, where he treats everyone the same. And I say that Bill Belichick, I think, has realized that, and he's coached Cam differently. When you got the quarterback's coach talking about Cam Newton publicly, that's coming from Bill. I think that's coming from Bill because he knows Cam is different. So I need to deal with Cam differently. And I think Cam is going to respond against a damn good Buffalo Bills team because they need this. They lose this game, any hope of the playoffs is over. They really need this game. I'm taking the Patriots. I think Cam is going to respond. My other concern was his health. Can Cam make it through the season? These last couple of weeks, he didn't look healthy. I understand he's recovering from COVID and wear and tear. But I think for at least 1 week, we're going to see Cam, the real Cam, and Cam's going to ball out. So I'm taking the Patriots. Titans and the Bengals. Spread is 7. I'm taking the Titans just off Derrick King Henry alone. Bengals can't stop the run, and you got King Henry. It's nothing to talk about. Raiders at Browns. This is going to be a game where Baker Mayfield really gets to show himself, and I say that because there's no Odell. I don't think this narrative that they're going to be better with Odell. I don't like it. I don't appreciate it. And with Odell, I when he went to Cleveland, I said I don't want to see happen to him what happened to Randy Moss those 2 years he lost in Oakland. Then he got rescued by Bill Belichick. I think the writing's on the wall where this is going to happen for him. Too bad he has to do it coming off of ACL. But coming off of ACL, but I like the Browns. We got the Colts at the Lions. Now, if the Lions, quiet as kept, win this game, quiet as kept, the Lions win this game, these teams will have the same record. The fact that the Colts are coming off of a bye, I'm going to roll with the Colts. Vikings at Packers. The simple fact that Aaron Rodgers is playing against that secondary, those corners, we saw what happened earlier this season. Now you in Green Bay. I don't think anything different is going to happen. The Vikings defense has been atrocious against the pass, and you got rid of Yannick Ngakoue. I understand they're coming out for bye. I just don't trust them. I do not trust them. Dalvin Cook and whoever. I don't. Even with Dalvin Cook in that office, they've really missed Kevin Stefanski, that offensive coordinator. I'm rolling with the Packers. My lock for the week, even though the spread is 20. Jets at Chiefs, the Le'Veon Bell Bowl. It's a damn shame when you have a primetime quarterback in the making, like the kid from Clemson, and he's basically saying things that are indicating that he doesn't want to get drafted by you. And think about it, the way this kid, good-looking kid, how marketable he will be in New York, and he's basically putting it out there indirectly that he doesn't want to be drafted by you. The Jets are a shit organization from the top down. The fact that you've got a guy like Adam Gase as your coach will never deserve the job. Now you're going against the best team, probably the best team in football. Nothing to talk about. Taking the Chiefs. That's my lock for the day. Rams at Dolphins. Now this is the third rookie quarterback we finally get to see. And y'all know how much I like Tua. But he's starting his first week against Bane in football cleats, which is Aaron Donald. And he's going to get blocked by Eric Flowers. For those of y'all that follow me, y'all know how I feel about Eric Flowers. He's going to be blocked predominantly by Eric Flowers. I'm not saying anything else. Steelers at Ravens. This is the game that everybody's waiting to see. The last 20 years from the year 2000. From the year 2000, the records is identical. They've each won 22 games. Each team has averaged roughly 20 points per game in those games. But the reason why the Steelers have had an edge, in my opinion, each team has won both Super Bowls. The reason why Steelers have had an edge is quarterback play. It's very simple. Throughout those 20 years, a good 17 of them, the Steelers have been Big Ben Roethlisberger. And the Baltimore Ravens have had some good years from Joe Flacco. You had one good year from Steve McNair. Outside of that, you've had a lot of Kyle Bowlers and Elvis Gerbachs of the world. Like the Steelers dealt with that last year, having to play, Duck Hodges and shit like that. But for the most part, you've had Big Ben. And that's been the difference. And Lamar Jackson played against them last year. This right before they went on a crazy one, winning like 8 games in a row. Won 7, 8 games in a row, however many they won. And Lamar Jackson only threw for roughly about 160 yards, and they won by 3 in overtime. So, and as predicted, teams are catching up to that Baltimore offense. Last year, they was running for 200 yards a game. And if you think about it, what quarterback can't look good when you're running the ball for 200 yards? This year's 160. 160 is still good, but it ain't 200. They're not getting the big plays in the passing game. I got to see it. I got to see Lamar Jackson in a game like this get a W. Till then, I'm taking the Steelers. Chargers at Broncos. That rookie quarterback has been balling. I really, really like. He's impressed me a lot because I wasn't a huge fan of his in the draft, but Chargers are balling. I think they get the win against Denver. A close game though. Saints at the Bears. Another good matchup. The fact that the Saints have had extra preparation time is the reason why I'm going with the Saints. Chicago has very small margin for error. I was watching that game against the Rams, and you had a receiver who dropped the first down, put it behind down the distance. Then third down, you end up having to check it down. They punt the ball. They give up. Punt the ball. Punt was good. The Rams get the ball around the 50. Then they score a touchdown. All these domino started all because of a drop pass when Nick Foles hits him in the hands. Like, they have a very small margin for error with that offense. Very small margin for error. And the fact that this is around the time when the Saints defense starts looking like the Saints defense, especially good against the run, and the Bears, the thing that made the Bears good a couple of years ago with Mitchell Trubisky, they was able to run the football. They're not able to run the football this year effectively. And when the Saints defense is playing well, the one thing they are doing is stopping the run. There's not many teams that are playing defense. This is around the time where I think defenses start catching up. 49ers at the Seahawks. I'm taking the Seahawks. Russell Wilson. That's enough said. And I think their defense can just make enough plays. Because they're not a team that plays great defense, but what they need is just to be able to make enough plays where Russell Wilson can be Russell Wilson. And I anticipate that. Cowboys at Eagles, another rivalry game. The Eagles lose this game, I swear to fucking God, there will be hell to pay and then some. If the Eagles lose this fucking game, you're playing against a third string quarterback. Dallas has a shitty offensive line. Never thought I'd be saying that last couple of years. Dallas with a shitty offensive line. Dallas Cowboys with a shitty offensive line. But and Dallas just seems to be playing with zero heart whatsoever. Zero heart. And now they got to go on the road against a rival. They were just on the road against a rival last week, and their quarterback got knocked out. They had no fight. I think they'll put up some fight, but not for 4 quarters. Not for 4 quarters. Dallas going to get the shit kicked out of them. And you got the Bucks at my Giants Monday night. I think the Giants will make a fight of it, because they actually so fight. But the Bucks are one of the top 5 teams in the league. Nothing to talk about. And I'm going to switch my pick for the Patriots and Bills. Why? Stephon Gilmore's not playing. I think Cam is going to keep it close, but Stephon Gilmore's not playing. Scratch that. I'm taking the Bills. These are my picks for Week 8. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Let me know what you think. It's your boy, Urban Sports Guru. I'm out. Salute.